Okay, here's what we're gonna do. What's the first question you ask anybody on the phone, either on a three-way call? If you guys have been on three-way calls with me, you've heard me say it. What is it?
Tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself. Thank you. Team A. Even if you get me on a three-way call, which a ton of you guys do, I always do it, and you'll tell me about, you'll edify them. And I still say, oh, Frank, could you do me a favor? Tell me a little bit more about yourself. Guys, they will give you everything if you let them talk. You guys are so, can't wait to tell them about my share. I can't wait to get to that part. So when they tell me about themselves, there's a lot of times I don't even get to rev share. You understand that? A lot of times I don't. What concerns you? Well, I want to sell more homes. Okay, I talk about that the whole time. You guys go, well, you didn't even give the value proposition. I said, they didn't ask for it. I solved their needs. All right? Everybody got that? Yeah. So that's the biggest problem I see from everybody, even on my three-way calls. The ones that like Sean Stewart that does it good, and other ones, he edifies me and then he puts himself on mute. Thank you. And he listens. And I try to do as many good scripts as I can because I want you guys to hear them. You should actually record when I do three-ways because I actually threw a lot of stuff in there because I want to make sure you guys get it. Here's what we're going to do. If I ask everybody in the room, what's the value proposition of eXp? I think I would get about 75 different answers. Is that right? Yes. Why don't I give you the outline that I do every single time? By the way, I invented it 4 years ago. I've been using it ever since because I really believe in my heart we're a change agent for brokerages. See, I start with brokerages. We're the change agent for brokerages. So here's what I do. I get a piece of paper, as you guys know, and I do it right in front of them, and I will leave that with them. How many people in here have my original pieces of paper? Raise your hand. Dawn, Nicole. You know, in other words, people keep them. They keep them as if they're gold. Every real estate company I've been involved in, and I just put all companies. Why not they just be free? They're all the same. They start with an international company. The international company will divide the nation up into regions because the regions are going to be the salespeople to sell what? Franchises. So now here's an owner, and the owner is going to take all the risk, okay? And he's going to buy a territory, and the owner has got to hire who? A manager, and the manager hires the staff to do what? Recruit who? That's every real estate company I've been with. Doesn't matter. And if they're with another company, I said, does this look kind of like your company? And they go, yeah. I go, good. I just want to make sure I get them to edify. This is the real estate model I've been dealing with since 1906 Coldwell Banker, 1972 Remax, 1973 Century 21, 1983 Keller Williams. Okay? I said, what got me excited, you guys realize that stories sell. Yeah. You notice how I'm talking. It's what got me excited. And I tell a story. When I met Glenn Sanford 4.5 years ago, he said, Gene, we're going to invent a whole new model. And we're going to take the agent and we're going to put the agent basically as the owner. They don't have to buy anything, but they're the owner, and we're going to wipe out the region, wipe out these people, wipe out these people. We're going to save all this cost, and we're going to take the international company, and we're just going to support the agent with staff. Okay? So that's what we do here, the international company. Okay, now, I look at them, and I go, there's 3 things we're doing that nobody else is doing. And I actually do this every time. There's 3 things we're doing that nobody else is doing. By the way, we sell real estate just like everybody else. You're going to be part of the MLS. Everybody's going to love us. But there's 3 things that's making us the new model of the future. Number 1, what do you have to have? A disruptive technology called the cloud. And I call it the cloud office. The reason I call it a cloud office is because they keep telling us we don't have what? Office. I use their verbiage. I don't say cloud campus because they don't have a campus. They have offices. And they said, how do you guys have culture without an office? And I said, I hate to correct you. We have an office. See, this is what I do. So I start off with, we have a cloud office. Guys, you can spend how long talking about the cloud office? Long time, right? But this is just my outline. So when I ask them what's concerning them, just like Jay was saying, you know, what's really affecting your life on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you like your real estate career? When they say a 7, I said, what would make it a 10? And then they're going to tell me, you know, I need more sales or whatever. The second thing is, of course, ownership in eXp as a stockholder. And the third thing is revenue share. Okay? Now, I rip that off and I hand it to them. I do it on napkins, I do it on anything. I said, that's going to be our outline today. Okay? And that's it. Now, this is the good part. You guys, my computer doesn't get into the cloud office very well. I'm really bad at it. Every time I have a board of directors meeting, I said, I can't get in. I'm on the road. I'm interviewing, so I like the phone. I'm a phone guy. I'm just sorry, I'm not bringing laptops with me anywhere. If you know me, I'll work around it. If they want to know about the cloud office, spend as much time as you can with it, right? Open up your laptop and show it to them. Make them feel comfortable. I think the problem is you guys show it too quick. Amen. Does that make sense? Yeah. Just so you know, Rob and I probably recruited more people in the company, and Brent doesn't even know where his computer is. So what I do is I do that outline. I said, but I really want to go over the 2 major things that are making it. Now, the disruptive technology part is our streaming video. You have to tell them that. What got rid of Blockbuster and Netflix? Streaming video. You need a disruptive technology. And you got to let them know we're the only one that has it. And do we own it? What's it called? Verbella. We own that disruptive technology. You notice how, by the way, most of you all after this, you guys can ask me questions, and I love trying to, people say, I want you to answer this objection. I don't have objections. Because you guys don't present it right. Does that help? Yeah. If you present it right, and you're solving all the objections as you go, what happens is at the end, it's just, when do I move over? All right? And so a lot of people go, what do you say when they say this? And I say, well, I don't even hear that. Okay? Oh, watch this one. I just developed this 2 months ago. This is brand new. Okay? Watch this. Now, here's what's kind of exciting. Susan and I won last night. It was cool. I won over $1,000 on a $1.50 bet. That's lots. So I got $20 now. If you've seen me do this before, I've been doing it for 2 months. I've done it twice. Please don't do it. But I want $20 for anybody in the room can show me to tell me what these numbers are. Okay? What are those numbers? Don't be shy. No. AJ.
900,000 is the amount that you'd have invested, and 4% is the same withdrawal rate based on the Trinity study.
$20 for AJ. I'm giving it to him in Puerto Rico because he's going there with me. So here's what I started off with. Rather than going into the revenue share, I start with this. I said, let me tell you, this is how much you have to save after taxes. And sometimes I'll look at them and I go, kind of hard to save $900,000, isn't it? But when you retire, if you go to a financial advisor, do you guys have any financial advisors? They will really tell you the most you can take out per year, so your $900,000 lasts the 20 more years you're going to live, is 4% a year. I had a financial advisor in the room a month ago, and he says, no, it's 3.125 now, it's 3.5. We don't even say 4% anymore. I said, oh my gosh, I'm saying you're gonna, so this is your yearly income you can have, and this is your monthly income. Wow. I said, now, let me explain, this is you. I don't know how many realtors I've coached have $900,000 in the bank. Not a lot in this room either. Right? At this point. I said, is it okay? I said, as a realtor, I'm going to show you have two options in life. Everybody I know that I've been with for 30 years just says, save money. I said, who's that dude? Who's that guy that's on the radio?
Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey, that dude. Yeah, Dave Ramsey. You know what he says? I listened to him on the radio the other day. He says, well, you got to pay off all your bills, but what's the first thing he asks, Paul, on the radio when you call in? How much money do you make? The first question. I listened to him the other day. He goes, how much money do you make? And they go, $150,000 a year. He goes, oh, that's good. I'm going to help you pay off all your what?
Debt.
I'm the opposite of Dave Ramsey. I've never understood that. Why are you concerning yourself with debt when you should concern yourself with what?
Income.
Look at Rob Flick. Concerned himself with income. Something happens, it doesn't bother him. So I'm the opposite of Dave Ramsey. I'm saying you have two choices in life. Here's one: go save $900,000 after taxes. Right? Probably take you 20 years at $50,000 a year. Savings. Or you can do what? And you guys know my story. On the first level, you can go attract 6 agents. I tell them, let's do a 2-year plan. Vincent, can you do 3 this year and 3 next year? How many people can do 3 a year?
Yeah.
They always say yes. And I said, so you could do 3 a year just by doing real estate. And they go, yeah. And I said, so you know that we have a $16,000 cap. And not like all the other companies that give 5% or 6% off the top to the regional directors and the regional owners, we take money off the top and we give it to the agents. Do you remember that sheet I showed you? We just flip-flopped. So our people get money off the top to the agents. I said, so guess how much we're going to give you as a thank you? Let's just pretend they're all cappers. $2,800. Now you're going to know why I use the number 6. That pays for your cap. And I look right at them and I go, do you have something like that at your company now where in a couple of years you can be paying for a cap? And they go, no. And I said, here's the cool thing. We have a second tier, and I guarantee you when you get Susie from Coldwell Banker, she wants to bring a buddy. It just happens. It might even take 2 years. So I'm saying each one of them get 1 person in 2 years. Is that possible? And they, what do they say? You want to engage them. Is that possible? They go, yeah. And I said, so there's 6 here. Hey, guess how much we're going to give you? Now, these people get $2,800, but how much do you think we give you? And I make them guess. And they almost always guess $1,400. $1,400 is the most common guess. And they go, $1,400. I said, yeah, that's what I would think. Half. I said, $3,200 per person, $19,200, which is $36,000 a year, or $3,000 per month. For 12 capping agents. I said, now, this is when Glenn Sanford became a genius to me. 4.5 years ago, when I saw this, I said, Glenn, what are you doing? Dude, see, I tell stories all the time. I said, what are you doing? I said, you're paying more on the second level than the first. And he looked at me and said, Gene, it's going to be the best teamwork effort ever done in real estate. And we're all going to help each other. Isn't that cool? Glenn never told me. I just made that up. No, I'm just kidding. Edit that. But do you understand how stories work? You need to use them. There was kind of like, if you know how we got 12 apostles, he didn't write memos and send spreadsheets. He talked to people. So here's the thing. I look right at him. I said, now you have another choice in life. You can either go save $900,000 at your current company, or you can attract 6 agents in 2 years. I don't care if it's 3 years. I don't care if it's 4 years. It's your choice. I just want to give you another choice. And God bless you, you know me, I love everybody. And I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to change the industry. $500 a month, you guys know this, $500 a month. 50% of the bankruptcies don't happen in the United States. Okay? I'm on change mode. This is a change agent brokerage from the tops down, because we don't have tops down. Everybody get this? Oh, and I said, hey, guess what? I just showed you 2 levels. There's a 3rd, a 4th, a 5th, a 6th, a 7th. They'll know people, know people, know people, know people. I said, how's that sound? Does that look good? They go, yeah. Now I'm on my 3rd piece of paper or my 3rd napkin. That's all I need. Is that what you guys do? Get the books that show you how to do presentations on napkins. Does anybody ever know why I get squares on the left? Why?
Because we're not in a box.
Exactly. Why don't you do a circle around the agent? Freedom. Read those books on how to do presentations, and you come back and you go, gee, I'm gonna, you'll be drawing triangles and circles, and right? It works. Okay. Here's the next slide I show. And I said, I've got something else to show you. I can't pay you any money, AJ, but now you know what this is. If you save $4.5 million, $180,000 a year or $15,000 a month. I said, wouldn't that be cool? How long would it take you to save $4.5 million? I just asked him. Guys, I'm starting with this. Do you understand now? You understand, Tina there? Tina, you start with this. And you go, now, here's my Nicole story. And I love having Nicole here in the room, our daughter, and my favorite son-in-law, the dude. I just call him the dude. Brian the dude. So I said, Nicole, 4 years ago, I call it my Nicole story because it's a real story. I love telling real stories. I said, Nicole, 4 years ago when I joined on, I said, hey, could you do a 3-year plan? And could you go get 10 people, 3 a year, and 4, last year you're really good, you get 4. And she goes, yeah. And I said, okay, so that's 10 times, we know the numbers, 2,800, that's 28,000. But your job is, Nicole, to not just do that, but I want you to get those 10 to get 10 each in 3 years. I said, now what happens in real life is one of them gets 40, one of them gets 30, one of them gets 20, and one of them gets 10, and the other ones don't do anything. Is that not real life? Yeah. We can say that because we're living it. And I said, but here's okay, the 6 won't leave. They love our stock, they love the training, they love KB Core. But here's what happens. You have 100 people here, and I said, Nicole, look at this. True story. If you guys have seen Wolf on Wall Street, remember that scene? When he says, that Corvette, how'd you affect it? He says, show me a check for $72,000, I can work for you. And the next thing is, Pauline, I quit. Well, I showed Nicole this, and bless her heart, little Nicole said, well, Dad, they all won't be cappers. And I said, well, let's just pretend they're all half cappers. So it's roughly, $180,000 a year, or $15,000 per month. Okay? Just half cappers. And of course we have a 3rd level, 4th level, 5th level, 6th level, 7th level. Now I love telling this with Nicole in the room because I did this the other day. Nicole, after 4 years, and by the way, let me preface this, she worked with me for the first 3 months. Literally, day, she was awesome. Cold calling people, working it, right? That's how she got Allison, a cold call. And I look at all these things, and she's working, and then Brian shows up. Oh, let's move from Austin to Dallas. Oh, little Brian. I love him in the room too. Oh, let's take her away from Gene. So, let's get married. Woo-hoo. That was a year. Oh, then let's get pregnant on the honeymoon. Woo-hoo. I don't know what happened, but you know what I mean. But when I look at it, that was 2 years, seriously, right, Nicole? 2 years she was gone. Then she comes back in about a year later. So she's really worked it, I'd say probably a year and a half, almost 2 years. Let's do this, Nicole. You're in the room. How much are you going to make this month?
$19,000.
$19,000. And that's why I like personalizing it, because when you make it real, make it the person you're talking about. Make it the person you've affected their lives, right? I mean, I love having Allison in the room and the Don Hobbs. I only do 2 presentations. I said, by the way, you have a choice. Go save $4.5 million. Or go attract 10 agents and help them bring